Hey guys, welcome to the Purple Army. I'm your host, the Purple Overlord, and this is part 3 of What If Deku Was Spider-Man. If you guys do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing, like the video, break my bell icon, and so you can get notified of when I upload. If you guys use YouTube, you probably already knew that. General knowledge. And comment if you guys enjoy this type of content. Alright, yeah, this video is for entertainment purposes only, so do be warned, there will be signs of cussing and other possible triggers, just as a warning. So if you guys don't like that kind of stuff, please turn away now. Alright, let's get on to the video. So when we last left off, Deku was just finishing up some personal training and making his own web shooters. The morning of the UA entrance exam, Deku would be finishing up his cleaning of the beach, and All Might would come by the beach to check on how he was doing. Seeing that he cleaned up the beach, he jumped in. He kind of jumped a bit, noticing he cleaned up the entire beach. I mean, really, he did go a bit overboard, but um, yeah, Deku would be screaming into the sky as he did in the canon for some reason. I still don't know why he did that. So Deku is screaming into the sky, and he falls off the thing. All All Might goes into his muscular form, jumps over and catches him, saying, "Good job, my boy. Now I can give you my quirk," he says, setting Deku down. And Deku, sitting anxiously, just sits there and goes, "Ooh, ooh, how do we do this? How do we do this?" And All Might just says, "Be patient." He rips out a piece of hair. "Now, this may take a few hours for you to have it enacted, just in time for the entrance exam. When you go in to use my power, clench your butt cheeks and yell the first thing that comes to your mind. Now, eat this," he says as he gives Deku his hair. Deku looks at him really confused. "What? Eat your hair?" he would say. Deku, unwanting to eat the hair, but does want to please All Might and have his power, eats the hair, and goes on to get ready for the UA entrance exam. Now, when Deku does start getting dressed, he puts some web shooters underneath his jacket. He got permission to use these things through the UA um, committee, as he said it would help with his type of quirk that he has. So he tucks them underneath his sleeves so that uh, he wouldn't have to tell everyone why he has, uh, what are they considered? Tools. I guess I could call them tools. His web shooters would be considered tools. Okay. Um, he gets ready. He goes to the UA entrance exam. Um, Sorry for that big pause. I just was trying to remember where I was. Yeah, he goes to the entrance exam, and when he does, the same beginning thing happens, but this time he's able to slightly catch himself before Uraraka touches him. He like landed on his two pointer fingers before Uraraka touches him, saying, "Oh, you almost fell." And he just sits in the position that he was in slightly as she says, "Release." And he sort of stumbles back to his feet. "Oh, thank you, but I could have caught myself. It was okay. Thanks anyway. I should have asked permission, but I thought you were gonna fall." "My name's Uraraka. What's yours?" "Hi, I'm Azuku Midoriya. It's nice to meet you, Uraraka." The two talk for a second till Azuku hears, "Oh, so you decided to come here anyway, you damn nerd? Tch, you're never gonna make it into this damn thing. Deku," he says, pushing Deku to the ground as he walks by. "Might as well give up now. Never gonna make it into here, stupid nerd." He mumbles as he walks into the door. Deku standing up and wiping his pants off. "Dang it, Kachan, I'll show you," he says under his breath. "So, why does he call you Deku if your name is Izuku?" Uraraka asks as they walk toward the door. "That's a long story. For now, I feel like we should just focus on the entrance exam." "Oh, okay. Tell me later if we both get in?" "Yeah, sure." They both go in. Everyone takes the written portion of the exam. Izuku actually gets a higher score than he did in the canon. He gets a Actually, no, I mean, he gets a perfect score. I don't remember if he got a perfect score in canon or whatever. But he gets a perfect score on the test. Um, then comes the explanation of the practical part. Izuku talks with Bakugo for a second about how they're separating people that probably knew each other in middle school. And he's sitting there mumbling a little bit, making slight jokes every once in a while, as Present Mike is explaining the robots. He says, "This is the one pointer," as he points to a picture. "This is the two pointer. This is the three pointer. These are the robots you will be fighting in this practical exam." Ito raises his hand, stands up, and asks, "I'm sorry, sir, but our pamphlets aren't written incorrectly, are they? Are they misprinted? I see 4 enemies. Also, if you don't want to be here, please don't ruin this experience for the rest of us." He turns to Midoriya. "Some of us are trying to listen. Please, stop talking." He turns back to Present Mike. As Present Mike says, "Well, thank you for bringing that up. I was just about to talk about that. This one here is a trap. The 0 pointer. You might want to try and avoid that at all costs. Alright, everyone to your designated battle zones." Present Mike yells as he throws his hand up in the air. "Do well out there, young listeners. Yeah! Everyone goes to their designated battle zones. Deku sees Uraraka and tries to walk toward her. Deku's hairs stand on the back of his neck slightly as Ida grabs his shoulder. Deku jumps back a little bit, right before he touches his shoulder. Ida looks at him a little confused. Uh, good reflexes? I was just gonna say, do not bother that young lady. She seems to be trying to psych herself up and calm herself down to be able to do this test efficiently. Do not bother other contestants. The gates open, and President Mike says, well, y'all just gonna stand there? There's no real countdown and a real fight, is there? He says, whatever, go, go, go! He yells as everyone runs through. Deku pulling up his sleeves just a little bit as he uh, launches out a web from his wrist, clicking it once to whip it out, twice to undo it, back and forth on both hands, swinging through the city, actually tying up and disabling quite a few 1 and 2 pointers, as the 3 pointers are getting taken down by Ida and other students, or 2B students. After about, I think it was 9 minutes, roughly, the teachers are gathered around actually looking at all the students. As Nezu points out, well, this is rather interesting. It's interesting to see how the new generation is holding up against these robotic foe. Some people rely on speed, while others rely on some sort of brain. Some rely on pure, unmasked combat firepower. And others seem to be struggling. Deku only getting 3 points after about 9 minutes, looking around frantically, looking for a robot, while still thwipping a little bit. He lands on a building nearby, sticking to it slightly, as he looks at his web shooters. Ha! Almost out of web fluid. That's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna have to make bigger cartridges. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay. I have about fourth left. Should be fine. Should be able to finish it up. I just gotta find some robots. He says as he hears buildings and rubble start to fall. As he sees some kids screaming and running down the street. He looks up to his left, seeing a big, massive robot. But right as he was about to whip out and swing away, he hears a familiar voice go, help! Someone help! I'm stuck! Help! Someone! President Mike looks down and yells, oh no. Uh, all the teachers are a bit too far to get to them. We're gonna try, but I don't think we can in time. President Mike says, actually jumping down. As Deku says, damn it! I gotta get. He grips onto the wall a little bit. Do I. Ah, dang it, this girl's life is more important, he says, clenching his butt cheeks, and yelling, "Rah!" As he jumped off the building, it instantly crushing into rubble as he jumps off the side of it. As he yells, "Detroit!" as he smashes his hand into the front of the robot, making the head Im- implode into itself, pushing the robot back into the wall of the actual training arena. And Deku says, "Alright, now I just gotta... Oh, God, why are my legs and my arm are broken!" He says as he's falling at a rapid rate. He says, "I'm going to have to use my other arm, even if it means I'm not going to be able to get points. I'll just have to find another way," he says as Ochako smacks him. "I got you. Release," she says, making him land softer. "I gotta get points," Deku says, using his arm and his chin to try and inch his way. "I need points. Just a couple more. 3 points is not enough," he says, passing out from pain. Everyone looks at him, shocked at the sheer destruction he caused. Holy crap, this kid. Even the teachers who got to the scene look at him. Holy cow, this kid. He's just something else. He seems to be more powerful than you, All Might. Already. But then again, then the nurse comes through. Forgot her name right this second. Oh my god. I feel dumb. She comes through and says, "His power seems really strong, but it seems his body can't handle it. Almost like he didn't even have this quirk." She says this in her head. She heals him to the best of her ability, puts a cast on his arm, and a semi-cast sock on his legs, saying, "You'll feel tired, but you should be okay. Do you need help, miss?" she says, looking at Uraraka. Uraraka looks up and says, "No, I'm okay." She turns around and throws up. "This is just my quirk being overused. He saved my life." Yeah, the nurse looks at her and says, "Yes, you may want to thank him when when you get the chance. If he wasn't here, if you couldn't stop that thing, you could have been seriously injured. Or worse, even killed. The heroes wouldn't have been able to reach you in time." She says, walking away, as the two nurse robots bring Deku to the infirmary. Later that day, he goes home and hit with his arm in a cast, his mother looking very worried. Deku says, "Oh, it's fine, it's not really, like, hurt or anything. Luckily they have a nurse." Darn. I don't think I got enough points to pass, he said in his head. He waits the week as he gets ready to receive the note saying that he got accepted into UA. On his first day, or, well, instead of his normal suit, he will be wearing this spider suit that's on screen now. Just saying. But while waiting for the classes to start, he did end up being able to make more cartridges for his web fluid that he will be putting in his belt on his suit. There will also be an extra one in his glove that will automatically refill when, so it won't run out so easily. There's still gonna be complications, don't worry. Alright guys, if you guys enjoyed this, please share this with your friends. Uh, yeah. So thank you all so much for watching. I may sound a little lazy in this, but at the moment I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to be reading this. Because I figured out, like, where I want this story to go. My only problem is figuring out how I actually want to read this, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. I'm not a very good narrator, but I'm going to figure out my monotone to lazy ratio best I can, but it's whatever. Yeah, till next time. See you in part 4. Dismissed, Purple Army. Dismissed.